Hello and welcome to another stream. My name is Ray and it is Learning Korean with Ray, day 128. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I see we already have 2 viewers. Yeah, thank you guys. Sorry that I delayed the starting time for another 2 minutes. I still had to talk to someone very quickly. Okay, so what did we do yesterday? We did one chapter of the... Actually, did we do one chapter? I'm not actually 100% sure. Let's check this out. Lesson 12. So, no, we did not really start this. I just went through this one again. And we did a lot of vocabulary because I missed one day the day before, so there were like over 100 vocabulary to review, so that's what we did yesterday. Okay, perfect. So now there shouldn't be a lot of vocabulary, a lot of words to review, so let's start that and then we'll actually learn about more particles in the grammar lesson. Okay, so here we have our memorize, only 4 words to review, so should be super quick. Nice to meet you. Okay, we just had that yesterday. Okay, so it's 만나서 반가워요.
만나서 반가워요.
Physical education. 체육. Okay, wait, it's with this, right?
체육.
Okay, perfect. To not know. Ooh, can I remember this one? To not know. No, I don't know it. To not know. Damn. Gotta look at the options. 모르다.
모르다.
Yeah, 모르다. Okay. Baseball. Baseball is, okay, soccer, 축구, baseball, 야구. Right?
야구.
Okay, nice. So that was very quick. We don't have any other vocabulary to review. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to do another session once in a while where I just review 50 words, even if it's not the latest time I should review them. But since we did over 100 yesterday, I think today is not the day to do that. I think today is the day where we'll continue the grammar lesson. So let's switch to that. Yeah, okay, so this is the one we have to start now. So just to recap what we did the last time, it was about this 시에, no, 에서. I will study. Okay, that was about when an action is taking place inside of a location. Then we use 에서. So it's not like we go to the school, because then the action of going is not happening inside the school, it's outside the school and we're going to the school. Then you would not use this. But if you study at school, you're studying inside of the school. The action of studying is taking place inside of the school. So in that case we use 에서. Okay, so that was the biggest part of that. But there was one other way to use that. Okay, the same with adjectives, so not only actions but also adjectives. Fruit is expensive in Korea. Yeah, the adjective is basically is expensive. We know that in Korean, to be is basically inside of the adjective. It's part of the adjective. The adjectives always have the to be in. They come with it, basically. So the action of being expensive is happening in Korea. The fruit is not expensive outside of Korea, or we don't know. We have no information about that. But when it's inside of Korea, then the action of being expensive, yeah, is true. Okay. I was cold at school. Yeah, okay. So it's all the same concept, right? Whenever something is happening in a location, then we use a saw, and when it's not happening in that location, we just use a. Okay, but then we had one big other thing. It can mean from. I will go from Korea. The next bus will depart from that station. Okay, so in that case, we have actions that are changing the place, or yeah, they are in both places basically. We go from Korea, but we arrive somewhere else, so the going is the whole way, and it's half of it is in Korea and half of it is outside of Korea basically. But the starting point is in Korea, so we also use eso. That's how I remember it. Okay. Good. But here then this is the thing that where my way to remember it doesn't work anymore. So this is really a different way to use it in my opinion. I live far from school. So in this case there, this action living far is not happening inside school, but you still use a saw. So this is a special example. So whenever it's from, also with numbers and so on, there's also not really an action happening inside a place. So in these cases we should still use a saw. So from meaning a saw as well. Okay. Yeah, and that's basically it. That's what we learned 3 days ago. Yeah, because 2 days ago I skipped a day and yesterday we didn't learn it. So 3 days ago we learned that. But now it's time to learn about the next particles, putor and kg. Putor, kg. Okay. Kg can be used in sentences with or without eso to have the meaning of to until a place, or to a place or until a time. Wait, what? To a place? Does it make sense? I mean, we go to a place. It's definitely not with eso or with kg, right? Let's see. I ran until I reached the Han River. I liked that girl until now. Okay, this is always time-based, like until 3 o'clock, until now, until May, until that time. Okay, here we have a not time-based thing. Here we have a place. To here. I read up to here. Okay. To here. Okay, okay, interesting. I ran until I reached the Han River. Is this a different meaning in English compared to I ran to the Han River? I mean, the action is the same, but it has another feeling to it, right? I ran until I reached the Han River places the running itself in the focus of the sentence, in my opinion. And if I say I run to the Han River, then it sounds more like the Han River is the focus and the whole goal was to reach the Han River. But in this case, where we say I ran until the Han River, the focus is more, or the goal is more just running, and to specify how much you ran, you then use the Han River. So it's a little bit different feeling, but in the end it's the same action. Okay, anyways. So it's like until or to here, okay. This to here. I mean, to the school is definitely not the same situation, so I will confuse it in the future a few times, I guess. We'll see. Okay, puto is a particle that is often confused with eso, because both can translate to from. 안녕하세요. Park Bot-young. Yang. 반가워요. 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 만나서 반가워요. I guess you can leave out the 만나서, so that's a short form. Okay. I thought you actually knew. It is to be glad. Wait. It's to be glad for something, but usually the full sentence is to be glad for meeting you. The meeting you is missing in your sentence, but I think Koreans might imply it when they are just meeting someone and they just say 반가워요. It's actually obvious from the context that they mean they're glad to meet someone. They don't even put it in the sentence, you know? So maybe that's possible, I don't know. But the full sentence would be 만나서 반가워요. So this 만나서 is to meet you. Okay, yeah, but anyways, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so puto can also mean from and have overlapping usages. Ooh, that's hard. You learned earlier that the usage of eso is to indicate the location from which an action is departing. Yes. The start of an action that is in multiple places. We learned that, yes. I think it's possible since Korean drama always just said 반가워요. Yeah, there's a big chance that's the case because Koreans very often leave out stuff that is obvious from the context. They even don't say the subject of the sentence sometimes. For example, if I say wait, it wasn't actually in this lesson even? Yeah, here, eliminating the subject. See, it's even here. Like, I didn't eat breakfast. You don't even need to say I. You just say didn't eat breakfast, and they even leave out the I. So they very often omit stuff. So yeah, it's correct. Okay, we will depart from home. 우리는 집에서 출발할 거예요. We will depart. Okay, yeah. puto is very similar, but specifically identifying the place or time in which something starts from. I will depart from Incheon and go to Seoul. 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 Okay, Incheon. From Incheon. Kaji is 2. Seoul. Seoul. Okay. The particle S saw the difference is departing from Incheon. So it could also be written as Incheon Putor instead of Incheon Eso. Okay. Okay, so if we want to be very clear about the starting point, the specific starting point of something, then we use Putor. Okay. Wait a second. I will depart from and go. Wait, I just realized I never had and before. Let me read the sentence in Korean. I from Incheon to Seoul will go. There's no and. They don't even use the word depart. Yeah, and this is not a good translation here. The sentence is I will go from Incheon to Seoul, and not I will depart from Incheon and go to Seoul. Okay. In both cases, the subject is going from Incheon to Seoul. They can both be seen as correct, but most Koreans would rather use a saw. So why do I even learn about Putor then? Okay, he showed 2 sentences to a Korean and asked him to explain. The next bus will depart from the station. Next bus from that station depart. Okay. Will depart. This is will depart. Okay. Okay, so he's using a saw after station. So station a saw from that station. And here he's doing the same sentence, but he's using Putor after station. The rest is exactly the same. So Putor, we learned this indicates a specific starting point, and this is just in general from. The first one sounds more natural. The second one sounds as is the place the bus is leaving from is the bus garage. Okay. Like the absolute starting point of the bus. Ah, okay. So it's a really strong focus on where something really starts. Like completely starts. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we will not use Putor for places. Except we are 100% sure that like we really want to specify the exact real starting point of something. And we are 100% clear that that is the most important part of the sentence. Then we use Putor, but not in other cases. Okay. What website is this, Ray? It's nice. It's howtostudykorean.com. 1 second. I will link it in the chat. There we go. Yeah, so that's the website. That's what I've been using to study Korean for the last 110 days or so. And yeah, it's going pretty well. I can show you like a few more things about it. The nice thing about this is, first of all, the order of everything is very good. You really learn the basics from the beginning. I saw other resources to learn where you learn stuff in a super weird order. You learn big sentences, but you don't even know what the individual parts of the sentence are. So you don't even know, you just learn the whole sentence as one block, and that's bad, right? It's free, yes. So here you really learn the sentence word order in the beginning, for example. You see? You learn how sentences are structured in the beginning. And then you learn these particles. Particles are like, they belong to every sentence. It's also very important. Then you learn about verbs, adjectives, and so on. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I like the order. But what I also like, what is very good is, if you click one lesson here, you see there's always, in the very beginning, there's always a vocabulary chapter, you know? And you always have here one word and then a few more here. You always have a certain amount of vocabulary, usually around 40 to 50 words for each chapter, that is used to explain the grammar of this chapter. So you always have a small amount of vocabulary, and then you learn the grammar with that vocabulary. So you have a very good mix of learning vocabulary and grammar. And what is even better is this vocabulary that you can see here in every single chapter. They have a MasterReY course for that. MasterReY is this one. It's a tool. It's a tool to be able to learn vocabulary very well. And yeah, you can learn the vocabulary with MasterReY here. I'm not sure. Do you know MasterReY? If not, can I... Let's see. Let me refresh this, I hope. Here, for example, I have 6 words to review now. So just to show you MasterReY. MasterReY works like this. It has all the vocabulary that you have learned, and it always forces you to review that. And it puts in the words that you have not learned in a long time. Okay, you know MasterReY. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So I'm using howtostudykorean.com as a source for all my information, and I'm using MasterReY as a tool to learn the vocabulary of howtostudykorean.com. And howtostudykorean.com is then used for learning the grammar as well. Well, I have to admit it's hard to remember every single person, because I have people coming in here like every day, different people. It's I can't remember everyone, I'm sorry. Not people, not people. That should be 얇다.
얇다,
Store assistant. Jom, I think. Jom 1. I didn't put Jom. Jom 1.
점원,
Big streamer energy A. Moderate. Chukdang, something like that. I'm not sure. Chukdang Hada. Chokdang.
적당하다,
적당하다. Okay. To review. 연습하다. 복습하다. 복습하다. Or 복습하다. Yeah. 복습하다.
복습하다.
To be strange. Be strange. I don't remember this one, I think. Strange. Was it 이상하다?
이상하다.
It was 이상하다. Okay, nice. Okay. To whisper. Those are hard words. To whisper. No, this one I definitely don't know. So let me see. Sok. Sak. I know. Okay, Soksagida. Soksagida, right? Soksagida.
속삭이다.
Okay. No, I did not buy a Korean keyboard. I just have a regular German keyboard. I'm German, so it's a German layout, not English one. You know, if you have Windows 10, there is just this one. 1 second. This one, you have like a keyboard. This is with every Windows installation, you can see this. You can use this. It's called on-screen keyboard. And with that, I learned, maybe it took 1 or 10 days or so, 1 week, 10 days. It took me to remember, okay, for example, this letter here, it's on the W key. So I know, okay, if I need this letter, I had to press the W key. So it took, yeah, a bit, like a good week to get this mapping into my head from the Latin letter, so the English letter, to the Korean letter. But then I know, okay, if I need this Korean letter, I need to press this English letter. Yes, I remember the placing of all the characters. But it really didn't take that long. I thought I will take like 3 or 4 weeks for that, but it took only like 1 week or so. It was really way faster than I thought. So just try it, and I'm sure you will learn it very quickly. Okay, so let's switch back here to howtostudykorean.com. I'm at lesson 12. By the way, there are 158 lessons. I'm at lesson 12. So there's enough content for you to learn Korean. Okay, so this was where we are. Yeah, okay, so we learned putor is only if you really want to specify the real starting point of something when you're using with a place, but it's commonly attached to times to indicate when something starts. Okay, I've been sick since yesterday. Yeah, okay, so this is basically the same concept, just with time instead of place. So it's really the starting point in time this time. I'm going to study Korean from tomorrow. Okay, putor starting point in time. Okay, putor starting point in time. Okay. Above level 100, even natives don't know the grammar. Yeah, that might be true. So this guy that is doing this website, he is a single person with his wife, and he's making the website since 8 years, and he's continuously adding new stuff all the times. 8 years. Okay, bye bye, Park Botyoung. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, Flo, I assume you are here since the beginning today as well. I could even say that in Korean now with putor. But anyways, I want to ask you, Flo, how annoying is it for you when new people come into the stream here, into the chat, and ask me something about the website or so, and I explain the website and explain how I learned this every time? Like you basically have heard this at least 5 times already, right? The exact words that I said. Is it really annoying for you if I repeat myself for new people coming to the stream? Maybe make commands for it. No, Park Young. It's nothing to be sorry for. I'm just curious. I would still do it every time. Yeah, but you're right. I could use commands. I have to figure out, because I'm using this Twitch channel for my StarCraft streams as well, and I have some StarCraft commands. I need to separate them sometimes. I need like Korean commands and StarCraft commands. But it's a good idea. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, I will do it after the stream. Actually, no, I will not do it after this stream, but I will do it until tomorrow, I think. I have a StarCraft match after the stream, so I have to leave on time today, and then I will just switch my stream setup to StarCraft, and then we'll go online again to stream my StarCraft game. Okay, so let's continue. So the starting point in time is putor. It is very common to see kg used in the same sentence as putor. Putor indicates the starting point and kg indicates the end point. To watch Korean girl streamers on Twitch. No. I have literally not watched a single Korean girl streamer before. I have watched some Korean streamers, but only for StarCraft, nothing else. And they're all male, so I've not seen a single Korean girl streamer. But I noticed some weird drama like a few weeks ago where some Korean streamer was like naked on stream or so. They forgot that the camera was on or so, and there was also the boyfriend, and he was hiding the boyfriend. I've read something about that, but apart from that, I know nothing about Korean girl streamers. Okay. Yeah, WTF. Yeah, she got banned. No, she got banned. Like her whole career is done. It's definitely a mistake. This was not intentionally. I know some girls are intentionally showing a bit too much skin, but that was really too much. It destroyed her whole career. It's over for her. She was earning a lot of money, and now she's earning nothing anymore. So it's really a big mistake to do that. Okay, bye. Okay, so we have putor as a starting point and kg as a ending point for time, but above we learned kg. Wait, did we? 1 second. Where is it? Yeah, here. Until, okay, so this is also, yeah, this is the ending point. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. It completely makes sense. I thought we learned something else for kg, but yeah, we learned until or up to here. Yeah, okay, so it's the same meaning, the until. from morning to night. From morning until night. I only studied. Yeah, it's the same meaning basically. Okay, good. Everything is in order. Very good. 저는 아침부터 밤까지 공부만 했어요. Yeah, I'm still reading like a 5-year-old, I guess. It is common to see puto attached to cholm. Cholm. Cholm is first, right? From the start, from the beginning. Yeah, okay. Cholm puto. They didn't like me from the start. Wait a second, I need to go back to the lesson where we learned about Cholm. I think it was lesson 10 or 11. 9? No, it was, I think 10. Let's see. Yeah, here, Cholm. Okay, first time. At first. So here we have this with A in the end.
처음에
Oh. For the first time. For the first time. Yeah, okay, it's a different meaning. For example, here, if I say, I didn't like that girl at first, this is at first, like only in this beginning. But if I say from the beginning, that implies it's still the case, like the whole time. From the beginning to now, I didn't like her. But this one, the at first here with Cholm A, is only at that specific beginning, but later on it changed, right? Why don't you play the audio? I misclicked. I just didn't want to. I wanted to read the stuff that is said here. And usually I just play, I press this one
처음에 그 여자를 싫어했어요.
and play the audio. But I clicked with, I don't know, I clicked with my mouse wheel. No, with my, how did I do that?
처음에 그
I clicked the sentence, so then
처음에 그
website-
여자를 싫어했어요.
the website switched and I'm not on the website anymore. So that's not what I wanted to do. That's a misclick. I wanted to press the play button maybe, but I misclicked this one. Or I didn't want to hear the audio at all. I just wanted to read this. Okay, so I just wanted to know about this. I knew I learned Cholm already, but this is at first, at the beginning. But what we learn now here is from the beginning. So that's a different meaning. Okay. When used from start to finish, the word good good is often used to mean finish. Good is really good with a not as pronounced T, I guess. Gykaji.
저는 그 상황을 처음부터 끝까지 몰랐어요.
It's more like gykaji because there's a double G here. So it's like you have a G in the end of the previous syllable. So this one is gygjagi. Gygjagi.
저는 그 상황을 처음부터 끝까지 몰랐어요.
Gygaji. Okay. But I still want to I want to hear this one when there's no double consonant following it. Yeah, okay, but anyway, so to review what we learned, from start to finish, good is used to mean finish. Okay. Is this a normal word for finish or because? Yeah, right. I've learned to be finished. Gnada. And that was the same. Yeah, it was the same word. Okay. So this is not like a special case. This is the actual word for finish. That's good. Okay. From start to finish. So where do we have start? We have 처음부터, and we have 끝까지. 끝까지. Okay. Okay, good. So let's continue. This is the last chapter, by the way. And then we have the practice videos. But it's not the smallest chapter in the world, so still a lot of stuff to learn. We have only a good 10 minutes left. Yeah, but we'll start anyways. The Korean particle euro can be added to nouns with a few different meanings. One of the main meanings is to indicate what tool, device, method, material is used. Something what? With what tool, device, method, material something is carried out. The English equivalent varies depending on usage. I write with a pen, by car, on foot. Do you really say that in English? I go to school on foot. I thought you would use by there as well in English. I make a house out of wood. Okay, but what would you say if you say if you want to say I make a house with my chainsaw out of wood? Then you use this for chainsaw and for wood, or what? It's weird. Can be used in so many so many situations it would be impossible to list them all. Yeah, okay. Ah yeah, we had like 3 days ago we had can we talk in Korean? So the method being used to talk is the Korean language. So that's when we also use Oro. And it looks like when we have a vowel ending, you just use ro, like here and here. But if we have a consonant ending, like here, son, hand, son, we use öro, sonoro, sonoro,
저는 그것을 손으로 만들었어요.
sonoro,
저는 그것을 손으로 만들었어요.
sonoro, sonoro,
저는 그것을 손으로 만들었어요.
sonoro.
저는 그것을 손으로 만들었어요.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's actually not built. The verb being used here is to make. But we also learned the word for to build, right? But it's not used here. But here we have build as well. Let's see. Here I think this is build. It's an irregular, I guess. What is build again? I think JIT with an S in the end. I think with an S in the end. No, that would make no sense. Then it would be here. Build, I think with a J in the end. No, I don't know. Well, how is this an irregular? No, it is an S, right? It should be an S. Ah yeah, here, Flo is saying it's nice. And an S is actually an irregular. Okay. Just to review that very quickly. We have lesson 7 S irregular. Just remove. GG, that's it. Okay. So where are we? Here. Okay, so remove the S and then we have the past form of to build. Okay, good. So I still don't know why you would use build here and make here, but yeah, I guess depends on what that is in this case. Anyways, yeah, so far I think this is not too hard. But now we will learn different situations. In the same respect, euro can be used to indicate the language. Yeah, okay, I mean I said that myself. Yeah, for me it's still the same. These two are the same meaning for me. To indicate what you ate for a specific meal. I ate rice for breakfast. In this case it's really a bit different in my opinion. Let's see. Okay, okay. It's not about what you ate, so it's not after the rice. It's after breakfast. Okay. Yeah, okay, then it's closer to the meaning. The act of eating rice is done for the breakfast. Yeah, okay, not really. It's a bit different for sure. Yeah, okay. I just have to remember that. 아침 식사로. 아침 식사로. 저는 아침 식사로 밥을 먹었어요.
저는 아침 식사로 밥을 먹었어요.
먹었어요. If somebody does an action in line with a bunch of other people, you can use euro to indicate the order something is done by attaching it to a number. I did then second. Oh my god, these second and 2 times and second time, second person. This was already difficult for the numbers when we learned the numbers and so on, and now we have another second variant that uses another or different syllables again. This doesn't make it easier. Okay, so okay, you still have the same syllables that we had before, so that's at least good. 2.j, okay, 2.j and then a row. Okay, so you only add the row afterwards. I was the second person to do that. Okay, let's see what we have here. 저는 is I. This is basically that thing. Second, and then did. I came to school second. I to school second came. I came to school second. Okay, so whenever it's an order with more people. Okay. Next one. The other main meaning of euro is to indicate the direction that something is happening in. The direction. Okay. I will go in the direction of home. Okay, so we have chibe, chibe, or we have chibero, chibero.
저는 집으로 갈 거예요.
집으로. Yeah, okay. Those often added after. This is the word for direction. Juk. 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 Jokuro. Jokuro. So why is this word not in this sentence here? Like, is it optional? Can you leave it out or not? You can just decide however you like it better, or I don't know. My friend then went that way. 저의 친구는 저쪽으로 갔어요. That direction. Okay, I guess here you have a noun that is the main thing in this direction thing. So the direction of home. So home is like the central part. And here it is the direction itself. You don't have way or so. You just say, my friend then went in that direction. So the direction is the noun itself. But here the noun is home. The direction of something. So that's the only difference I can see here. But here again we have another noun. So so forget everything I just said. Okay, let's see this sentence. 학생 들은 what is this again? Plural, right. Plural for persons. Okay, yeah, okay. So the students. 교실 is a classroom. Okay, so yeah, in this case. So I don't understand why this case, or these syllables here, are not in this sentence up here. Why is this not like here? Why is it not cheap chugoro? Cheap chugoro. Why is it just cheapero? Don't really get the difference. I only saw chuk after right, left, and straight. Okay. Notice the difference between those two. Inside house. I ran inside the direction of inside the house. In the first example, you're running into the house in the direction of inside the house. Yeah, it's weird. In the second example, you're running inside the house. Oh yeah, of course. So here we could actually use a saw again, right? The action of running is happening inside. Okay, it's actually used. Didn't even see. Okay, yeah, a saw, right? Yeah, okay. Then of course it's a difference. Yes. then the difference is very obvious. But still we don't know why here is a chuk, but here is no chuk. Here's a Korean sign that's used to warn passengers about the door opens. Okay, let's check that.
Alright, let's take a look at another. Before I start, let me just tell you where you would see this particular sign. Well, actually, you would see this on a bus, riding a bus in Korea. Now, why would we see this on a bus? Well, once we break through all the grammar and all the words, I think you'll understand why you might see this sign on a bus.
Okay, this video is 18 minutes long. Oh, damn, it's already 7 p.m. I have to leave, so we will not be able to watch this. By the way, this is the end of the season, of the chapter, so we are actually done with the whole lesson. Next time, we will go into the practice videos. Of course, I will go through this chapter again just to review it, but then we'll do the video lessons or the practice. Okay, so thanks a lot for tuning in. If you are interested in StarCraft, you can wait, and in 5 minutes I will come online again. If not, see you next time at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, thank you for watching and bye bye, annyeong.